It was a dark and moonless night, the only source of light coming from the faint glow of the street lamps lining the deserted jogging trail. I laced up my running shoes and stepped out of my apartment, ready for my nightly jog to clear my mind after a long day at work. As I started my run, I felt a sense of calm envelop me. The familiar rhythm of my footsteps on the pavement and the sound of my steady breathing helped me find my stride. The night air was cool, and the silence of the empty trail was soothing. As I approached a dense patch of trees, my senses heightened. I thought I heard a rustling noise, but I couldn't see anything in the darkness. I dismissed it as my imagination playing tricks on me and kept running. But then, I heard it again, louder this time. I slowed down, trying to pinpoint the source of the sound. That's when I saw it. A figure, lurking in the shadows. My heart skipped a beat, and a surge of adrenaline shot through my veins. I instinctively stopped and looked around, trying to assess the situation. I couldn't make out the person's face, but I could tell they were wearing dark clothing and appeared to be watching me. I felt a chill run down my spine. Who could it be? Why were they hiding in the woods at this time of night? Was I in danger? My mind raced with questions as I debated what to do. I considered turning back, but the thought of someone watching me from the shadows made me uneasy. I decided to confront the person, hoping it was just a harmless bystander. I cautiously approached the figure, my heart pounding in my chest. As I got closer, I noticed that the person seemed to be muttering something under their breath. I couldn't make out the words, but the tone of their voice sounded menacing. I called out, asking if everything was okay, but there was no response. The person continued to mutter, their movements becoming more erratic. My instincts told me to back away, but curiosity got the better of me, and I took a step closer. Suddenly, the person turned towards me, and I saw their face. It was a woman, her eyes wild with a mix of fear and anger. She was disheveled, her clothes torn, and her hair matted with sweat. She looked like she had been running through the woods for hours. Before I could react, she lunged at me, screaming unintelligibly. I stumbled back, narrowly avoiding her grasp. She was clearly in a state of distress, and I realized that I needed to help her. But as I tried to calm her down and ask her what had happened, she became even more agitated. She kept repeating that she was being chased, but she couldn't provide any details about who or what was after her. Her eyes darted around, and she seemed paranoid, as if she was being watched from every direction. I tried to reassure her and offered to call the police, but she refused, insisting that they wouldn't believe her. As we stood there in the darkness, I could hear faint rustling noises coming from the surrounding trees. It was clear that someone or something was lurking in the shadows, watching us. I felt a surge of fear, realizing that we were not alone. With the woman's permission, I led her out of the woods and back towards the main trail. She clung to me, her grip tight, as if she was afraid to let go. I tried to keep calm and focused on getting us to safety, but my heart was pounding in my ears. As we emerged from the trees, we saw a flashlight beam flickering in the distance. I breathed a sigh of relief as I realized it was a park ranger doing their rounds. We rushed towards the ranger, and I explained the situation to them, urging them to call for backup and investigate the area. The ranger took charge of the situation, calming the distressed woman and assuring her that help was on the way. I could see the relief wash over her face as she finally felt safe. She explained to the ranger that she had been out for a jog earlier in the evening when she was suddenly chased by a group of masked individuals who had pursued her through the woods. She had managed to escape, but had been hiding in the woods ever since, terrified and disoriented. The ranger contacted the local authorities, and soon a search team arrived to comb through the area. I stayed with the woman, offering her comfort and support while we waited for updates. It was a long intense night, filled with anxiety and uncertainty. The woods that had once been my sanctuary during my nightly jogs now felt eerie and menacing. As dawn broke, the search team made a disturbing discovery. They found evidence of a makeshift campsite deep in the woods, complete with scattered belongings and signs of recent occupation. It appeared that the masked individuals had been camping out, possibly waiting for unsuspecting victims to pass by. The authorities launched a thorough investigation, but the masked individuals had vanished without a trace. The woman and I both provided statements to the police, but we couldn't provide any clear descriptions of the attackers due to the darkness and the fact that they had been wearing masks. In the following days, I couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. I became more cautious during my nighttime jogs, always mindful of my surroundings and avoiding isolated areas. The incident had left me shaken, and I couldn't help but wonder what could have happened if I hadn't come across the woman that night. Months went by, and the case remained unsolved. The woman, who had thankfully recovered from her traumatic experience, reached out to me to express her gratitude for helping her that night. We developed a friendship, bonded by our shared experience. One day, while jogging on the same trail, I noticed a figure watching me from a distance. It sent a chill down my spine, and I immediately alerted the authorities. The police arrived promptly and searched the area, but the figure had disappeared once again, leaving no trace behind. The mystery of the masked individuals was never solved, and the incident remained a haunting memory that stayed with me for years to come. I continued my nightly jogs, but always remained vigilant, knowing that danger could lurk in the shadows. The events of that fateful night had forever changed my perception of the peaceful jogging trail, turning it into a place of mystery and uncertainty, a constant reminder that darkness can conceal secrets that may never be fully revealed. Thanks for watching, and be sure to give the video a like and also leave a comment on your thoughts of the story. Also, let us know what kind of story you would like to hear next, or if you have a story you would like to share. We would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment or email us.